doing this to myself? Despite what it may look like from the outside, I do actually go into things wanting to like them, and I really wanted to like Poppy Playtime, but I just fucking can't. This game is not very good. 0 out of 10, no otters. By 2021, I was getting pretty sick of FNAF, Baldi, and all the other shitty indie horror games, so when I heard about Poppy Playtime, I was really excited to look at it and go, yes, this is a good game. I watched the 8-Bit Ryan video, then I actually played the game, and that was a fucking mistake. It was a waste of my £5. That is £5 I earned, and that I will never ever get back in my life. That is £5 wasted down the drain because I wanted to play the popular game in October of 2021. But now that it's a year old, let's see if I was too harsh on this game, or if I was right. Before I start talking about the actual Chapter 1, I should probably answer questions, stuff like that. First of all, the merchandise in this game is almost unavoidable. There is a merch option on the fucking menu. I went on holiday to Turkey recently and throughout August, and I saw multiple Poppy Playtime merch, action figures, toys, plush toys, you name it. Now, I'm not against game merch. I really like it. In fact, look at me with my little fluffy boy. There's one key difference though. Five Nights at Freddy's took a year and a half to do it, and Poppy Playtime took a single month. That is almost 11 months shorter. Here's a tip for advice for game developers: don't do that. You're making a big mistake. People are just going to get sick of your franchise immediately if you just cash out in the first 10 seconds of it being around. A small indie game from the middle of 2010s that I've talked about a lot on this channel. You should know about it. It's just a small indie game my channel is based around. Of course, I'm talking about Undertale. Undertale didn't get merch for a good while, but when it did, it was very good. Now, Poppy Playtime spent a month doing it, and Jesus! This merch, it just isn't good. They really did not spend time actually making this. They obviously just took one shot of the model and went, yeah, it's good enough. It's too bad, because most of the time, you make about 4 or 5 revisions. They literally probably made one revision, or they spent like 10 seconds making each revision. Anyhow, let's move on to the... Cause it couldn't be an indie game without it. I'm not going to take you through the entire story. That's for another part. But I will say this. The story isn't good. It is the most generic plot ever. Ooh, children are dead. Children possess the main monsters. Uh-oh, science experiment gone wrong. Yeah, it's pretty much the plot to every single game that under the sun that's either indie nor horror. Okay, first of all, thanks so much for watching the past video. 1.1k views. That's neat. Also, thanks to everyone that commented and liked. It really helps the channel out, and I'd appreciate if you could do it again for this video, but don't feel the need to. Okay, let's actually talk about the shit that we're meant to talk about this time. So in the last video, I talked about Poppy Playtime and the developers a little bit. It was more of an introduction thing, but now we're going to talk about Chapter 1, the crappy tech demo that all the YouTubers sucked the dick of. Fuck yeah. Now, before we begin, can I say I really like the OST. You can really tell they put more effort into the OST than the actual fucking game. Another thing to note is the graphics, because fucking hell, they look gorgeous. And I don't mean this in like a patronizing way, this looks fucking amazing. It genuinely looks like a Nintendo game. Yeah, but then again, it's really not got a high standard to attain to now, does it? And then we get into the game and find this... oh no. We've ran into the first problem. They're trying to cash cow out of all the fucking VHS genre shit. Ah! Okay. Mob Games. When you make a VHS series, can you, like, next time, right? Can you actually be fucking scary next time? Did you know that just showing an image of a flower with red text and slowing down the speed does not make it scary? I can do the exact same thing, you know, and have the exact same fear outcome. Look, watch me fucking do it. This is significantly better than the actual game. The controls are alright, I guess. They're literally just the exact same thing, and the grabber arms are a unique mechanic that hasn't really been seen in any other game, and I'll give them props. You can really tell the developers put their effort into all the puzzle things. And that's where all my praise ends. Because 10 seconds in and we find a piss easy puzzle, and boom, we enter more VHS parts. Oh lord, this sucks. Oh my god, what is it with these games? Hi there, Future Woof here. I'd like to say this original section was originally a 5-minute rant where I talk about how bad the game is, and how bad the VHS stuff is, but should be pretty fucking obvious. I didn't write a script. I'm really bad at improv, sorry. I'll say now that the voice acting in this game's pretty good. It's not amazing, but, you know, I've seen worse voice acting in my life, you know? Time to talk about the chase scene, yeah. Many people, and some YouTubers that I enjoy watching, such as Pasture, have said about how this game has a good chase scene, and how it's scary, and I'm about to cancel myself because even people who don't like the game seem to like this chase scene. I fucking hate it. It doesn't feel like a chase scene, it feels more like an AI running after you. I can't tell if that was deliberate or not, but word of advice for game developers writing scary monsters, don't fucking do that, you fucking idiot. It literally feels like it's designed to be the most chase scene I think I've ever seen, which is a word I never thought I'd fucking say in my life. Obviously, there are some pros with throughout the game, but I just want to focus on the chasing right now. There are pros about the chase scene. Who would have guessed? You can really tell that this is a game developed by animators and not by actual game devs, which usually would be an insult. But the animation in this game is fucking great. I love it. Especially some of the chase scene stuff. The arms and everything. What's he called? Fucking Huggy Wuggy moves really dynamically and really good, and it seems really smooth and super fast. And it's pretty much better than every other indie game because they always follow the FNAF trend and never show the monster walking ever or moving, which is fucking dumb. I say fuck a lot in this video. Did you realise? And Huggy Wuggy gets hit by like a box or something and fucking dies.
Oh, I wonder if he might, just maybe, might be the first in a series of fucking merchandise things. It's just a thought. It's just a theory. A game.
And then we enter the spooky red rose. Oh my god, it's so spooky. Oh, it's even got red, and red is the spooky colour, because it is the colour of blood. And that's how colours work, fucking idiot. And then we open up the case of Poppy, and then we let her free, and she says, oh look, you let me free. This game's as subtle as a brick going through a window. So, children, what are your thoughts? I think this game is fucking terrible. How did this get made? Who looked at this and said, yes, that is a sign of quality, if I can say so for myself? Because that obviously cannot have happened if whoever thought of this was fucking sane. I'm not against the idea of a Bendy and the Ink Machine platformer puzzle game with scary toys. I'm not against that. It sounds like a really fucking cool idea, and if it's executed well, then it could be bloody well my favourite indie game. But Jesus Christ, this is not my favourite indie game by a fucking long shot. So hey, personal review 4 out of 10. Could do worse, I guess, but far from good. Let's hope that Chapter 2 suffices in being a fucking somewhat decent game next time. No.